Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming back at you once again with a Be Real with D-Real, where edutainment is what I do. And guess what? I'm still edutaining. I'm gonna edutain y'all today on the finer points of, well, not the finer points of hip hop, but probably a very important, prolific individual some of you may not have known, um, that was integral to the development and growth of hip hop from the 80s to the 2000s. But before we get off into that, I need y'all to do what you always do for me. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page so that when new alerts come out, you get them. If you're digging what a brother's shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket, comment, like, subscribe, and share this here page. Now, I want to talk to y'all, like I said, about somebody who's a very, excuse me a second. Had to get my green screen up, up off the floor. Want to talk to you about a prolific figure in hip hop. Some of you may know him. A lot of people west of New York aren't as familiar with him, but the hip hop heads that really know, when I say the name, you're gonna know who he is. If you don't know who he is when I say the name, then that means I gotta do some explaining. That's okay though. I'm willing to do that because entertainment is what I do. Okay. I was listening to Rock the Bells radio the other day, on Sirius XM, and I was listening to the Grandmaster Cast and MC Shy Rock show. OGs that been in hip hop before I even, got a heavy interest in hip hop. They was already putting it down and had put it down. Now, they had a guest on their show, and that guest name was Ernie. I hopefully I'm saying this correctly, but if I'm not saying it correctly, it's Grandmaster Caz's fault because I'm saying what Grandmaster Caz say. Ernie Paniccioli. Now, like I said, a lot of people outside of New York and who ain't in those circles don't know who Ernie Paniccioli is. But Ernie Paniccioli was a photographer that specialized in hip hop imagery. Ernie Paniccioli has 3 books I know of, and the one with the cleverest title, Who Shot You? Get it? Who Shot You? Photographer, pictures of hip hop, Biggie, Pac. Yeah. He also did a lot of work for Vibe, XXL, and if you're a real OG, Word Up Magazine. Word Up Magazine? What the heck is Word Up Magazine? Ladies and gentlemen, this right here is Word Up Magazine. Now, before we had YouTube, reality shows, and all of that stuff, if you wanted to know what was going on with hip hop related things, hip hop music, you had to go to a magazine called Word Up. Now, remember Biggie talks about Word Up Magazine in the first verse of Juicy. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up Magazine. That's what he's talking about. Now, a lot of y'all might know because y'all rock with Word Up. I was rocking with Word Up like in high school, bruh. And I was unaware that all of those amazing, wonderful, prolific images were being taken by this man right here, ladies and gentlemen. I give you the Ernie Paniccioli. Surprise! See, you don't have to be Caucasian or Black to make a serious impact in hip hop. Ernie Paniccioli, as you saw, is an indigenous American. He is from the Cree tribe, same tribe as Cree Summer, who y'all might know as Freddie on A Different World. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is to show you that sometimes what you think is one thing isn't. And he's also referred to affectionately by many hip hop heads and people in the hip hop community as Brother Ernie. I don't know a lot of people who know it. Well, I don't know a lot of people who know anything about Brother Ernie outside of New York and who are in those hip hop circles. But when we talk about hip hop and we're having those average conversations about hip hop, nobody ever brings up Ernie Paniccioli. And Ernie Paniccioli, like I said, he was on Sha Rock and Kaz's show, and he talked about some of the experiences that he's had with hip hop artists and hip hop artists he shot pictures of. At one point in time, Ernie Paniccioli has shot images of just about every hip hop artist in hip hop between 1980 and the mid 2000s. See that? Look at all of them. Some of those people aren't hip hop artists, but they hip hop, they related to hip hop. They in hip hop. And so by proxy, a part of hip hop. You know, he's even taken pictures of George Clinton, Bootsy Collins. You know, George Clinton and Bootsy Collins. Yeah, if you listen to hip hop music, you know George Clinton and Bootsy Collins have been heavily sampled by the hip hop community. You know what I'm saying? And you just look at those images, man. Look at those images. He has shot pictures of a lot of prolific hip hop artists. What's the reason for giving you this video about Ernie Paniccioli? Well, number one, to educate, I can't even say it, to educate as well as entertain, hence the compound word edutain, because that's what I do. And second, just he needs to be acknowledged. I mean, he has been acknowledged. He was actually inducted into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame in 2014. So he's gotten his flowers. But my thing is, I want y'all to know, you know, much like lots of things that you hear about, but you don't get the inside info on. Another interesting piece of information, the person who really got him rocking and rolling outside of the hip hop community of all people, Kevin Powell. Now, I don't have to tell nobody who Kevin Powell is. And if you don't know who Kevin Powell is, shame on you. But for the benefit of those of you that do not, if you ever watched the earlier seasons, actually the first couple of The Real World on MTV in the 90s, Kevin Powell was the angry black guy that was always getting in arguments with everybody.
He's got no problem standing up straight because Kevin Powell uses words for wheels.
So I thought I was gonna go to law school, and I said, nah, I'd rather write. And then I moved to New York like in '90 because I really wanted to like pursue the writing. Because I'm a poet. I also do like news articles and reviews, music reviews, and things like that. It's called mental terrorism. I think all of us in here are going through that. Call me a stupefied stoic, however, the world's bloody palms have yet to clutch my face in pity. What is it to be locked away in the imagination of kidnappers and unwanted and unappreciated spoil of war? Underdog! Oh, where can my underdog be?
All right, well, Kevin and I said that we were going to share a room together.
Kevin and Eric decided that they wanted their room, and that was it. Nobody else was going to have a say.
1 o'clock in the morning, I'm trying to go to sleep.
Yo, whoa!
No.
Yo, Kevin's got to get up at 5 o'clock.
Get off of me.
Beat it. Break out. Kevin.
I was pissed off. I just sat there, you know. And, you know, I was like, why did they all come in here?
That's Kevin Powell, y'all. And thanks to Kevin Powell, we got Ernie Paniccioli on a bigger scale. He went not just, you know, local New York, he went worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at Vibe, you look at Word Up, you look at XXL, and you know, any magazines of those ilk. He wasn't just shooting, and like I showed you on that pic, he wasn't just shooting pictures of New York rappers. You know what I'm saying? It was West, it was Dirty, you know what I'm saying? He had everybody in the mix, you know, Midwest, all that. So I'm just doing this to say, shouts out to a real one like Ernie Paniccioli. A lot of the images I saw in hip hop were largely because of him. And, you know, for that, I salute you. The man's 75 years old today, still kicking. All right. You get a chance, go look up Ernie Paniccioli. You know, look at some of the pictures he's done. Matter of fact, boom. How many of y'all read Word Up magazine? I know y'all read Word Up magazine. Tell me an issue you remember of Word Up magazine. OG in the building. Drop it in the comments. And as always, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.